J.D. Vance's presidential hopes are already collapsing, courtesy of the megadonor who has bankrolled his career. And I'm not going to lie, it's enjoyable for me to see this. You are probably going to enjoy it too, so get comfy. On the couch. JD would be jealous. Welcome to Occupy Democrats. I'm David Reddish. And once again, before we begin, it's subscriber drive time, so please subscribe to our channel if you haven't. It's a simple gesture, but it helps us keep the lights on so we can bring you the unfiltered news and so we can push back against right-wing nutbaggery. And speaking of nutbags, onto our story about J.D. Vance. By now, few figures in the Trump cabinet have an image problem as big as that of J.D. Vance. The man who once called Donald Trump America's Hitler now stands proudly alongside him, which reeks of a craven power grab. And on that level, his lack of principle and willingness to whore himself in the name of power is working. And no, I don't mean he's a sex worker. He's a whore, someone who will do anything for money. And the fact is, given that Vance wants to run for president in 2028, that appears to be working.
Well, I think most likely, in all fairness, he's the vice president. I think Marco is also somebody that maybe would get together with JD in some form. I also think we have incredible people, some of the people on the stage right here. So it's too early, obviously, to talk about it, but certainly he's doing a great job, and he would be probably favored at this point.
I don't know, Donald. A Vance-Rubio ticket has all the appeal to me of a case of aggressive MRSA. And if you don't know what that is, it's gross, trust me. And that's wholly appropriate since this story only gets grosser. Stick around. Racist Care Bear J.D. Vance has enjoyed a quick rise in Republican politics, though that's not exactly a testament to his political skill or charisma. He's quite vacant in those departments. No, his rise owes to the influence and donations of some of the world's richest men, including drug-addled white supremacist Elon Musk and Palantir founder and elusive theocrat Peter Thiel. Forbes has an overview on that.
Here are a few of J.D. Vance's biggest billionaire backers. At number 1 is Peter Thiel, whose net worth is $7.9 billion and who was given $15 million to Vance Groups. Vance once described a talk Thiel gave as, quote, the most significant moment of my time at Yale Law School. He said it helped him realize that he was overly obsessed with obtaining professional credentials, even though it was Thiel himself, a PayPal co-founder and early investor in Facebook, who helped provide Vance with one of the first of many impressive resume lines. Soon after law school, Vance took a job as a principal at Mithril Capital, a VC firm Thiel co-founded. He didn't stay long, but the pair's bond clearly endured. Thiel dished out more than $15 million to support Vance in 2022.
And if the bizarre relationship between Vance and Peter Thiel doesn't make you uncomfortable, or if you have enough good taste that it does make you uncomfortable, stick around. But hold on a second. What exactly does the company Palantir do, anyway? Well, in basic terms, it's something of a data mining company, amassing enormous data on every American. It also, get this, has developed software to aid with immigration and deportations, and it manufactures weapons which it supplies to Israel. Now, does that sound like it has anything at all to do with Trump administration policies? Let's all munch on that a moment. Moving on. If all of this sounds unsavory to you, you are not alone. And the good news is enough Americans on both sides of the aisle seem to feel the same way. Columnist Arwa Mahdawi, writing for The Guardian, outlines how Vance's ties to Thiel and the Trump administration's deepening ties to Palantir could spell major disaster should Vance choose to run for president in 2028. Vance is also married to a non-white, non-Christian woman, which doesn't exactly help him with Republicans, but I digress. Mahdawi details how Vance constantly comes off as smug and obnoxious and lacks the kind of likability and charisma American presidents need, or more properly, American politicians need if they want to become president in this day and age. Besides the issue of Vance flip-flopping on his views on Trump, his close personal relationship with Thiel, who has actually said he doesn't believe in democracy and would prefer some kind of privately owned techno-state, is a problem. Thiel has also criticized giving women the right to vote. Mahdawi goes on to detail how key figures in Republican politics, like the know-nothing podcaster Joe Rogan and the anti-Semite Tucker Carlson, are increasingly critical of Palantir and Thiel for their amassing of citizens' private data. Rogan called it creepy, and for once, I'll say he's showing some common sense. But the bigger issue here is thus. Vance is facing increasing questions about his relationship with Palantir and Thiel, and while he currently downplays them, the ground is shrinking. Vance has decried that kind of talk, saying everyone thinks he's, quote, in bed with Palantir. Well, we all know that's not true. Unless, of course, it's a sofa bed we're talking about, right? Either way, JD, I suggest changing your man bra now, not to mention your friends. You're going to have a hell of a time in 2028. This is Occupy Democrats.